Welcome back to another episode of Something Like a Podcast, episode 11. I am
Episode
Aaron
11,
Swarm.
and I am the 1RM, and we're going to talk basketball.
Yes,
this
it just
time
began.
around. Absolutely. So, we were talking about the Pelicans.
My team.
Your team. Well, first, before we get to the Pelicans versus the Raptors, how much of an impact do you think it's going to be with Zion Williamson being out for
Very,
6 to 8 weeks?
very. And I was so upset when I saw that news broke.
Okay.
I really want to see him. That's why they're more on TV.
Absolutely.
This year is
Right.
because of I wouldn't be able to get on ESPN or TNT that I got the other night. So I was kind of happy, and knowing that he's going to be out for 6 to 8 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
The junior manager David Griffin, I'm calling him out. He needs to come on and start. Really though. It seemed like he was injured all, in the preseason. They just kind of, let me go hold it back. I think they knew. They just didn't want to.
Yeah, put it all the way out. It almost reminds me of when Kevin Durant first got injured with the Warriors. They didn't want to say how severe it was, and then later on they come out and say, But
Because they got caught.
they did. But I still think the Pelicans have
We do got a decent team.
You do, and I believe that you're still going to be 8th, maybe 7th seed.
Yes, I'll say that. And even if we don't get into the playoffs this year, I'm thinking logical, and I'm also thinking two mindsets, because I don't want to be upset if we don't make it. So I'm saying that we can knock somebody out. I have no doubt in my mind. We got the talent. I was watching pregame with Shaq, Charles, and the other guy,
Kenny Smith.
Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't like what Charles Barkley was saying. I'm calling him out too. The Pelicans ain't going to go to the playoffs. What? Dude, he needs to wake up, because of the Pelicans are young, talented. They got a great defensive backcourt.
Yeah.
And even Holiday can be a good defensive player. I like Lonzo Ball, but we need to play him. He is our starting point guard, no doubt. Today was Pelicans released on Twitter that they activate the team option on Lonzo and Hart for next year.
Okay.
So they're good for next year. But then I hope that I really want to keep Hart. I really want to keep Lonzo. I want to sign those two cornerstones long term, because I feel that Josh could definitely become a star someday. He showed flashes of that in game 1. Let's see how he does tonight in game 2.
Yeah, I didn't watch the game. I was just looking at the highlights, and I did see that Lonzo Ball was benched during the entire fourth quarter.
It was almost like the third quarter after halftime.
So you can probably speak to this if you watched it, or you.
I did. I watched it. I watched the whole game from beginning to end.
So what was he messing up?
No, he was passing the ball. He had 8 points, 5, 6 assists. I know he probably had a couple turnovers, but not many.
So who was taking his place? Was Drew Holiday running the?
It was running the backcourt with oh my gosh, what is his name? With Hart.
With Josh Hart.
With Mosley in the late third, early fourth, and most of the fourth into overtime. He was trusting. Oh, that guy from overseas. I can't think of his name right now. He was 14. He was 6 for 6 for 14 points. He went like 7 for 8 at the end of the game.
Okay.
Can't think of his name right now. I'll get it next podcast, unless somebody can comment and let me know his name. Let's now, since tonight's another NBA night.
It is.
I really want to talk about the Lakers right now. I really want to get RM's reaction when I'm about to say to him. I was thinking about you watching that game the other night.
Well, what's funny is I've been making bold predictions about the Lakers, and I've been saying, which I still believe, because it's only one game.
It is. It's only one game.
We're going to win 60 games this year, and someone else was saying, you're saying too much. They're not going to win 60 games, maybe 56.
I can think about who that is.
Yeah, you're going to win 56. Well, I said, how far is 60
4
from
games?
Yeah, and I said, we cause a lot of matchup problems.
I like Danny Green. He went off.
Danny Green went off. So let's get into the game.
Yeah, let's get into it. So I want to get your take on this, still, RM. How you feel about LeBron James's comments? There was no rivalry in Los Angeles. I think yes, it's a rivalry between Kyrie and LeBron. No doubt in my mind that Kyrie kind of said to LeBron when he came to Los Angeles.
You mean Kawhi?
Yeah, other way around.
Right,
Excuse me to the audience. I mean
right.
Kawhi.
Okay.
I feel that Kawhi is saying F you to LeBron.
Right.
And he kind of showed that in game 1, going off for 30 points.
He did. And LeBron did say so. I guess there was a announcer or somebody who was asking him a question like, why did Kawhi go to LA? And LeBron was like, or to the Clippers, and LeBron was like, how am I supposed to know? I can't jump into that guy's mind. But us on the outside, yes, us on the outside know he wants to be competitive. So when you were talking about no rivalries, LeBron is good for kind of downplaying stuff.
He is. He's the guy that wants to bring the talent to him. Well, Kawhi's like, no. There's like what LeBron said about it's no rivalry. That's a bunch of crap because it is. They proved to you that the Clippers is going to make some noise, and they did it against you and opening night, and they're going to continue. They're 2-0 now.
They are,
and they got a deep bench. I like you guys' bench, but I just don't know about that. You might need a piece. You need another piece. We are,
and whoever came up with the idea to re-sign Caldwell Pope should be fired on the spot.
I agree with you on that because he sucked ass.
He played 27 minutes and scored no points.
And he was causing turnovers. He was causing. I saw that whole game.
Right.
He was causing problems for the Lakers. It was going back the other way.
Yes. So here's the two factors I feel why we lost that game, because the first quarter
turnovers was number one.
But I'm gonna get more in depth of why. So the first quarter we outscored them, and then Kawhi just went off in the second quarter. It's like he couldn't miss. But what I noticed was they tried to feed Anthony Davis in the post even when he wasn't all the way open. So they're forcing him the ball, and that's where a lot of our turnovers came, because he's got one hand up, but it's not a clear path to pass it, so they're just going to pick the pass off. And LeBron was being way too passive. He wasn't being aggressive.
I saw
looking
that.
for his
that.
points. They were all deferring to Anthony Davis. And I don't think you have to have an inside-outside game.
I was about to say is you need to, even though somebody that has played basketball in the past, actually for teams in middle school, could have played in high school, just want to concentrate on on my academics. But to know the game, I have played 2K all the way going up to 2K10, all the way down. I'm yet to get 2K20. Did a Twitter poll. A lot of them said it's not worth it, but I'm going to take a look at the game.
The games are almost the same every year.
That's what I'm saying, but I just want to see what difference they did with my play, because I like my player.
Right.
But let me get back on topic. Is with the Lakers that night, LeBron failed to come on and be like, I'm not used to seeing LeBron so passive. The guy is talented, even at 35 years old. He needs to go to the rack and score, and when you do that, the defense will come to you. There'll be Anthony Davis on the side right there. The man can shoot 3-pointers for a big man.
Yeah.
So all I gotta do is just pass it off. If you notice with what happened the other night with I'm trying to think of the team that happened the other night with the Houston Rockets and Russell Westbrook. When he's coming down the line that fast, because that dude is fast.
He is.
You have to commit.
Force.
You gotta commit. You got to commit. He's gonna take you. He's gonna take you right straight down your throat.
Yeah, he's gonna ram it on you.
That's what I'm saying. So now you got shooters on the side with PJ Tucker and Austin Rivers. So you're gonna have to either commit to him or pass. That's what the Lakers need to do. They need to go down the court like that. And LeBron has to say, "I'm going to the rack." If they commit to me, I'm passing it here. I'm passing it down. I'm passing it to Danny. I'm passing it to Anthony. That's what he has to do. That's the only way that they're gonna get 60 wins.
Okay.
That's the only way that they're gonna get to the playoffs. That's my take on it.
Yes, but he's done that before. So in Cleveland, that's how he was playing. He had Kevin Love. He had J.R. Smith.
I love J.R. Smith.
Yeah, J.R. Smith is
awesome.
He is. And who else? They had Channing Frye. They had a lot of players around the perimeter. So when he did drive, or Kyrie did drive.
You guys got that now.
We do have it now. But that's what I'm saying. LeBron has to. If you can't feed Anthony Davis the ball, then stop trying.
You got Danny Green right there that just showed that he can be in the starter. He can be a bench piece, but I think the kid showed the other night that he can definitely be a starter, which he's in the starting 5, I believe. So tonight they play tonight, right?
Yeah, Utah.
Yeah, Utah. Oh,
we're gonna win this one. I'm confident we're gonna win this one because I saw Utah play the other night. I forget what team.
Crap the bed.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying.
1 for 10 in the game.
And I don't, outside of Rudy Gobert, I don't like their inside defensive predators.
Donovan Mitchell. You need to stop him. If you stop him, because he's the only, I think, superstar on that team. Rudy Gobert is a superstar,
but a defensive stopper.
He's not a offense
he's not an offensive
Donovan.
threat.
So you stop Donovan, you guys win in that game.
See, but this is what I'm going to get to, and it really has to come down with coaching. So Doc Rivers is a better coach than Frank Vogel.
Oh, I like Doc Rivers.
So
he's a shoe in Hall of Fame, no doubt about it.
First of all, you're right. I just want to put a staple in this Clippers-Lakers game.
I love this rivalry.
It's a good rivalry.
To the audience out there, we're going to talk about it all year long.
Yes. So Lou Williams is a threat. He comes off the bench. He gives you 20+ points.
6-man, like three
times in a row.
Consecutive years in a row.
And then you have Harold, right?
Yes.
Montrezl Harrell, I think that's his name.
And you also got Harkless that's with them too.
And he's good too. So their bench depth is very deep, and he knows how to just put people in the proper places. That's what I don't understand if Frank Vogel is the right fit as a coach.
He's not as vocal. I mean, his last name is Vocal.
he's not as vocal. But everybody keeps preaching that he knows defense. He knows defense.
Your defense kind of failed you the first night. I was watching that game. How are you going to let you stop Kawhi in the first quarter? Right. What changed? Did obviously Austin Rivers said, "Oh, that's like the Patriots right there." That reminded me of the Patriots and the NBA right there. Doc is like a Bill Belichick. He adapted to what you was attacking him with in the first quarter, and he came back and threw blows at the blows. And Frank Vogel failed to adjust that in the second, and beyond that, he got hit in the face and didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
As it makes you a good legendary coach like Doc Rivers, you got to know how to adapt to what teams throwing at you. They were stopping Kawhi. They were stopping all those guys. Then all of a sudden now he does another game plan, and all of a sudden the Clippers made the Lakers. I'm sorry to say this, but the Clippers made the Lakers look like amateur.
They did. But this is, and it comes down. So there's two coaches. You have the on the bench coach, and then you have the floor general, which is LeBron. He's the on the floor coach.
I'm not taking anything from LeBron. LeBron is talented. I like LeBron. He just needs to. I would like for him to listen to this, because he definitely needs to listen to somebody. Look at what, like I said earlier. Look at the Russell Westbrook kind of thing that's going on. The Rock, by the way, Rock is definitely going to be dangerous with him now. They got the piece. With that, he needs to do that. He needs to always go for the basket, because the defense has to commit, because you're coming down there just like a locomotive.
Right.
You definitely have to commit to that. That's going to leave open your shooters, Danny Green and Anthony Davis on the side right there.
But this is what I'm saying. They're going to watch tape, and LeBron's a high IQ basketball player, so he will make adjustments. But looking into the future, I think Frank Vogel is going to hurt us. Almost like they said Luke Walton was hurting us last season before they fired him. I just don't like it. I didn't like it when they announced he was the coach, and then I'm looking like he didn't really make the proper adjustments.
He didn't. That's what I'm saying. I noticed. I watched that whole game. I'm not sure if you watched that whole game.
I watched most of it. I just don't understand if Caldwell Pope. I don't even know how many shots he took.
I don't know, but he kind of.
There's no reason you keep a player in for 27 minutes and score no points.
Dudley was doing better than you.
Bradley, he had more minutes than Bradley. He had more minutes than Dwight Howard, JaVale McGee. He played more minutes than all of those.
I got a question for you. What the hell is up with Dwight Howard's head? He needs
it's just a new hairstyle.
I don't like it. He needs to shave it. I'm calling it that. He needs to shave that off. Go back to his natural buzz that he had in Orlando. I looked at him like, what the heck?
I guess he's out in LA and he wants it blonde to fit in. I don't know.
He just needs to get rid of that little cornrows.
It's the cornrows.
Whatever you want to call it.
But I will say, Dwight, he got into foul trouble early.
He did.
Anthony Davis didn't play like Anthony Davis, even though he had 25 points and 10 rebounds.
He could have easily had 50 points.
Yes, he could have scored a lot more than that. But tonight is redemption night.
It is, and I feel that my Pelicans is going to go 1-1.
So who do you guys have tonight?
We have the Mavericks at home in New Orleans.
That's going to be good.
But we're in New Orleans. We're not in Dallas.
So what do you think about the duo of? And I don't believe this, but this is something I read. They said. Well, sometimes people say stuff for shock value or clickbait, that Doncic and Porzingis are the best duo in the NBA.
No, because Porzingis, before he came to Dallas, he was in New York as a Knick. He kind of sucked before that trade. Okay. I remember, like I said, I didn't follow too much last year, but I followed just enough.
All right.
Watched a lot of First Take. Oh, I love that show. And to know that he kind of didn't do what he was drafted to do in New York, because I guess because all what the owner was saying and what they
that was a big part of it. That was a huge part.
That was but I'm not taking credit from him. He's starting to come back this year, and definitely, he's going to have a redemption year this year with Doncic. But call him two best in the league, I don't think so.
No.
In my opinion, either Rockets going to be dangerous or they're going to win a championship this year. I will say no. They're definitely going to lose in 7 games to the Lakers or the Clippers. I'm just saying that right now. Now tonight, New Orleans need to bounce back. We got to bounce back. We got to attack the floor. Derek Favors, he needs to either get on the horse and ride, or he needs to go, because what he showed the first night, it was inexcusable, disgraceful. You're supposed to be our guy there, and you didn't. All you did was cause foul troubles, turn the ball over. What the heck, man? I can at least count 5 turnovers that he had that was going the other way. And then like that. What about the Nets and Irving right there? Kyrie. How you gonna have 50 points and still lose the game to the Timberwolves?
He could have won it. He could have won it with that wild.
He should never have been back like that. He shouldn't just set his feet and shot. He would have made it. No doubt if he would have set that.
But I've seen him make shots like that before, and it almost went in.
Josh Obrakovic was on the ground, was coming up to defend him when he was going up for. So I don't want to hear that. He just needs to set his feet. Irvin, you need to set your feet and shoot the ball. Stop fading backwards, because your team would have been 1-0. The Timberwolves would have been 0-1.
But have you ever seen him shoot like that? All his shots I've ever seen, he has some fade to it.
He's human, so he's not a machine. You're not gonna make him every time. You set your feet. I guarantee you that shot will go in 9 out of 10 times, especially if you're Kyrie Irving.
Okay, so I'm gonna give you this because you're a 2K fan, so you know, 2K. Like when you create a player, every player has different sets and they have different releases.
Yep.
So that's what I'm saying.
I do the basics.
Okay, so maybe that I have not seen outside of like. But
my guy's more of
a
driver. In my career player mode that I have in 2K19, I'm yet to play it in months, but I'm signed with the Timberwolves for 2 years. Name is Aaron Ingram, and I'm a guy that drives, and I think I am a sharpshooter, drive, and then pass second.
Okay, but this is my point.
I think what you're saying. I just had to say that.
This is my point. I haven't seen Kyrie take set shots unless he's like standing at the 3-point line and somebody passes the ball. If he's coming off the dribble, most of his shots are either floaters or he's doing some type of fade. And he's made a lot of those game winners that before.
I get that he has, but like I said, you're not always going to make that. Like I said, he's not a machine. He's not a robot. He's a human. That. Sometimes you're going to have to set your feet, because when you set your feet, 9 out of 10 times, if you're that talented, it's going to go in.
Okay, but do you think that would be unnatural for him?
Probably.
So it's almost like I go to the free throw line and I'm shooting free throws. They said this about Dwight Howard. Oh, he's missing so many free throws. He should start shooting underhand free throws. Like, no. Just fix what you have. Dwight Howard has one of the worst releases I've ever seen in my life. It doesn't look natural. That's why he misses a lot of his free throws. But to get back to, I want to talk about the Houston and Milwaukee game too.
That, again, I like Milwaukee. I like Gandhi the Bubo, whatever his name is.
Yeah.
I like Giannis. But Giannis does not have enough pieces behind him. That's why I was shocked that the Rockets lost that game. I'm like, how you have one of the 2 best players in the NBA and the build, which I'll be honest with you, I can't stand him. I cannot stand. I do not like James. No, I don't like Harden. I like Russell Westbrook better.
Why don't you like Harden?
Just because he shoots too much for one. You showed in the playoffs last year that you're a little pussy when it came to causing that happen, and you was trying to push your own cause instead of trying to concentrate on shooting the basket. That I have an issue with that. Just go ahead, play the game like you're supposed to. Shoot the ball. You get fouled. The refs will call it. Stop trying to make something that's not there. Like he left his feet in that one game and kicked up on Draymond Green and tried to get a foul.
Okay.
He got oh my God, I'm a crybaby. I didn't get fouled. I didn't get a call.
Well, you know what? With James Harden, he gets the most.
He's a crybaby.
Well, there's a lot of them in the league. But
he stands out to me. I get that. But I have not seen nobody in the league that try to kick the legs out, try to get that foul, or make it obvious. You get what I'm saying? Even if you don't make it obvious, I'm playing 2 sides of the coin here. Don't make it obvious, I'm not going to say nothing.
Okay.
But he made it obvious, then he cried about it later. Dude, stop crying. Concentrate on making the basket. He just, like I said, I don't like he shoots too much. Pass the ball. You can still be aggressive. I'm not saying don't be aggressive. You need to be aggressive in this league nowadays. just don't always try to come down the floor and say, oh, shoot. It's like, what, you got 20 seconds left on the clock? No.
But, okay, I'm going to give
ball
you this.
movement. I love ball movement.
I'm going to give you this. So they were talking about this last night, and I guess it's this D'Antoni. I cannot stand D'Antoni as a coach. It's this D'Antoni offense. He says he only wants layups or three-point shots.
No, I can't stand that.
He doesn't want no mid-range shots, no floaters, no, none of that. Either you go all the way and lay the ball in or dunk it, or shoot an open three-point.
No, so I recant what I said about Harden when it comes to the three. If his coach tell him to do it, he has to do
Yes.
it. Only thing I'm not going to recant is about how he cried in the playoffs that you did not get foul called because you're trying to force it. You can't do that. The ref is not stupid. They know when you're trying to.
Yeah, but he gets a lot of calls that a lot of other players don't get.
Yeah, I'm about to touch on that. He does get some. Freebies.
So is he a master of manipulation, or are they just giving him the calls? Because
I don't know why they're giving him the calls.
LeBron doesn't even get as many calls.
I just don't think he's that. The money that he's getting from the Rockets is kind of highway robbery. I don't think he's a good. I'm not saying that he's not talented. I just don't think he's worth that kind of money that he's getting paid. The reason I like Russell Westbrook's game better because the dude's faster.
Okay.
He's like a locomotive coming down the court right there. You're either gonna commit or you're not, and if you don't, he's taking you up top. So it's like I like that, and I like that he gets like 10 assists, 15 assists a game.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Harden can't even 8, 9 if that, because he likes to shoot too much.
Okay.
That's why I don't think this marriage is going to work out. They say it's going to. I don't think it's going to. I think if they start losing and keep losing, I think Russell's going to say something to James. James is going to get salty and going to say something back. Next you know, you got two people in Houston that's kind of beefing over what?
Yeah.
Nothing, because I ain't getting the ball. That's what I don't like about James Harden's attitude. The man doesn't get the ball, he's not happy. If he doesn't get fouled, the man's not happy. And I got proof to back that up. If you look at the tape in last year's playoffs, you can definitely tell how he was when he came to me. That he was crying.
It was two times. I think it was the year before that too.
Yeah,
they were coming down on him.
He was crying,
or he just gave up on.
That's what I'm saying. I don't like his ethic either. Okay. Look at Russell Westbrook. Russell has not won a championship yet, but you still see that man grinding. Pull up a tape and tell me that you see Westbrook giving up on a play. I have not. Anybody out there that's hearing this right now, that's going to hear this when this thing is posted, I want you to comment either on Twitter or on our YouTube to let me know or give me film that you see Westbrook not putting forth the effort. Thank you.
You're not going to find it.
That just gives my point that James Harden is a spoiled, overpaid crybaby.
I'm going to give you this. If you they do this poll with like the GMs and they talk about the best players. I guarantee you over 90% of the GMs are going to pick James Harden over Westbrook if they had to pick a player.
All right, they had to pick a player. But the thing is, let's say Hill. Again, we have our own Twitters. I'm the GM of my sports Twitter. I'm choosing Westbrook all day over Harden because I know that Westbrook doesn't cry.
Okay.
Westbrook always puts forth the effort when his team is losing, or even when he's not having a good game. The man still plays it. Like I said, I have not heard anything of him going stop on a play or just I don't feel like it, or oh my god, like I was fouled. I felt like I was fouled and they didn't call it. Oh my god. So it's like, as I'm saying, I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this. I don't care because I just don't like the way James Harden cries. Again, if I like work ethic. By working with me at our jobs, that that I put forth the effort. Regardless if I get the stuff done, at least I'm trying.
Right.
And I'm human like everybody else, so I'm trying to put forth the effort. I love what Westbrook does. The dude's talented, but he knows if he has a bad night, he still tries to say, let's, come on, we got this, guys, we got this. In my opinion, he's a true leader. Again, anybody that has anything against that, you can comment and give me proof. Solid proof of this.
They're not because
it's not. I got a point. I got a point that James Harden is just nothing but a spoiled crybaby because of he doesn't like when it doesn't go his way. He likes to play, like in his sandbox. He likes to, when nothing goes his way, he wants to cry about it. I don't like that. And in sports nowadays, when you're a public figure like that, especially a superstar, you need to not cry so much, because people like me people's gonna be like, well, he's the greatest. Well, I don't think he's the greatest. I think that he's talented. I'm not saying he's not talented, but there's a lot of people better than him, in my opinion. Other than I got Westbrook over top of him. I got Damian Lillard over top of him. I got definitely Steph Curry over top of him. So the list goes on and on. I got Karl Anthony Towns over top of him because I'm a fan of Cat. So again, I have a lot of people, and I have a lot of proof to back up that these players that just named off to you, they look at the numbers. Look at the numbers. It speaks black and white. It's written in stone.
Okay, so I'm gonna give you this after listening to everything you just said. Kobe Bryant is considered to be one of the most determined, hard-going, like
I give him that. I definitely
Black Mamba mentality.
I respect Kobe.
Okay,
he was one of my favorites.
I will say this, that because Iverson was the same way at certain points.
I like him too.
Just because James Harden is doing this now doesn't mean he can't get out of that mindset. Because
he needs
I
to,
remember,
because I don't like it.
Right, but people still love Kobe. I remember, I forget which playoffs it was, but Kobe just stopped playing because they wasn't passing the ball. He hands to his sides, just gave up on the team because they wasn't passing the ball. Now that's what I'm saying. It is a mindset, and it's something that you have to push through because
90% is mental in any sport that you play.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. So you get to a point where you have to push past that. So you have your Iversons when he used to do it, but when Kobe, I think when he built his confidence to like the max, Kobe has always been confident, but I'm talking about when his confidence was at the max, he would just take over the games. But before that, when Shaq was getting all the allure and all the glory and all the glamour, Kobe was upset because they were feeding Shaq the ball. But that's what I'm saying. That's not a team.
No, that's
because
what
a
I'm
team
saying.
only wants to win. They don't care about their individual stats or who scores the last bucket or anything.
That's what James Harden does. Like I said, I've never seen or heard anything about Russell Westbrook worrying about his individual stats. The dude plays hard, never won a championship. I have not heard one complaint from him. And like I said, if he has, show me the proof that he has. But
But you know what a lot of people will say? Show me the proof that Russell Westbrook can be a good teammate, because Kevin Durant left. When Paul George got there, they lost. Like, he's never been out the first round outside of Kevin Durant being on his team.
Because of what I think the issue that's a good point. Good, I'm glad you brought that up. I forgot all about that. Russell Westbrook, he has his own skeleton in the closet. Okay, like I said, we're human. Okay. He is gonna get to the point where hopefully that's his weakness. Okay. Like I said, it's like the reason why I'm so hard on Harden is the fact is that you're sitting there and because it's into the media. Like with this right here, I didn't really like with Russell Westbrook. It's just people talking. You don't see it. That's what I'm saying. It's just word by word mouth that how Russell Westbrook was in the locker room. You know, it's just this word by word. But you saw on the TV, you saw what Harden's interview was and how he was crying and how this and this. But the thing is, one thing that's about it, reason I'm not playing two sides of the coin. I'm being honest here. If it's not in the media, who gives a rat's ass? You get what I'm saying?
I do. But like, I'm to your point. Okay, I'm not a big advocate of people who complain and stuff over every call. Yeah, there's calls that the referees blow,
because
you need to let them know about it. Like, look, you missed that call.
Ref, you did miss a call.
Right.
But respectfully, not something like with this. Oh my God, you missed a call, and next they're getting technical because of they got in the ref's face.
Again, I understand that, but you have to pick your battles. So you might let a lot of things go here and there, but when the game's on the line and it's crunch time and they miss a call, that's why coaches.
That's why we got challenges now.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Even coaches get technicals because they know that every possession is critical,
especially in the playoffs. Especially in the playoffs. When you're in the playoffs, it's no joke.
Right.
It's the last game of the series. You have to win or go home.
Yeah.
I get that. I really do. But the thing is, the issue that I have is that the fact is that I'm going to keep people's going to talk about this live, especially James Harden, and not playoff game because Stephen A talked about it.
I've seen it. They grilled him for it.
I'm going to continue grilling him because of the thing is, you would have played that game like you're supposed to instead of whining and trying to force fouls instead of just going to the rack or shooting it or passing it or like going down. Like I said, I'm going to stress this again. Come down like a steam train. The defense has to commit. If they don't, then it's easy dunk on them or layup. You take them to the house. If they commit, you got wide open shoes on the side. Stop being so selfish. Have at least 10 plus assists a game. Don't worry about your points. Who kills? It's a team effort in any sports that you play. He's missing a ring. You want a ring that bad? You got the best man at your point guard position, which is Russell Westbrook. Get that man involved. Get everybody else involved in that team, and you will definitely overthrow the Clippers. But that's up to James Harden if he wants to be a problem or the solution.
So we made a off the air pact that we weren't going to say anything worldly, but I want to say something worldly that continues on with what we're saying. Someone made the quote not too long ago that heavy is the head that wears the crown. So when you have players, it could be in anything, music, sports, but we're talking sports, so we're going to talk about sports. I love to use LeBron James for the perfect example. When LeBron James, before he even came in the league, and Zion Williamson is feeling this now, before he had all this pressure on him. As a 19-year-old, like, they want me to save the world.
I thought he was 18. I thought LeBron was
18. Yeah, he was 18
when he came in.
Okay, so they wanted him to save the world at 18. And he came in and he did his thing. I think he averaged over 20 points his rookie year.
Yeah, with Cleveland.
That's what I'm saying. You have to let people mature at their own rate. Mentally, physically,
but he's almost 27. He's been in the league for over 5-6 years now, James Harden.
But I'm getting to that.
Yeah,
so
I got you.
Even they say most people's primes is 30. 30 years old, that's like your prime. Everything should be leveled out. I mean, you look like you want to say something.
I'll just wait for you to get done now.
Okay, but long story short, like, you have to have the proper people around you that's going to tell you when you effing up, not just yes men who say, oh, you're doing good. No, if I'm messing up,
I agree with you.
Let me know I'm messing up. That way I can work on it. So James Harden is probably being coddled.
He is being, but the thing is, again, I was coddled. I'm going to use me as a perfect example. That's what I was about to say earlier.
Okay.
James Harden is 3 years older than me, or 4, between 2 to 4 years older than me. I'm 24 years old, people, and I have my mindset is so much mature, like a 50-year-old, compared to almost a 28-year-old that's actually making a lot more money yearly than I do, and he's complaining. I make the bare minimum, but I don't complain. I barely have enough to afford my bills. This guy got plenty of money to spread the wealth and whatever he wants. I don't got that luxury.
Right.
I would love to be in your shoes. If I was in your shoes and not talented to play in the NBA, I am not complaining. If I get fed up, they're gonna call it. I am not going to sit there going over the air and complain. That's the only issue that I have.
But because he's a diva. He's a diva.
He's a drama queen.
That's what I'm saying. And that's why LeBron, even though I love him, a lot of people give LeBron that same title of being a drama queen.
But he got rid of it, though. If you noticed with his maturity level, he has progressed. I have seen that. Look at older videos and look at videos now. You get what I'm saying?
Yes, but just 2 years ago, and Kyrie Irving's a drama queen too. So just 2 years ago, they couldn't stand each other. But I mean, they were very professional on the court, but all that stuff going on behind the scenes where Kyrie said, I cannot stay here and play with LeBron anymore because he brings too much drama.
Yeah, I'll give you that one.
And he said, if you don't trade me, I'm going to have surgery on my leg. So I'm not even going to play for you if you don't trade me. If you keep me in Cleveland, I'm going to have surgery. Season-ending surgery, so either trade me or I'm going to have surgery. So he gave him that big of an ultimatum. LeBron, they just want a ring. And you can't stand LeBron that much that you would say, I'm going to have surgery if you don't trade me away? So
but the thing is, we don't know what was said behind the court. Like I said, with James Harden's situation, it was out there. It was, you could see it. With this right here, I'm going back to it again. You couldn't see it. It was talk of them beefing, but you don't know what really happened. You got two sides of the story. Somebody could be lying. Somebody could be telling the truth. Maybe LeBron James wasn't like that. Maybe Kyrie was sorry because he wasn't getting the ball like that. Maybe he wasn't getting the minutes. There's something else that's not we're never gonna know. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe
LeBron James wasn't as a diva. I'm just noticing a little bit more maturity since he's almost been 20 years in. That's what I'm saying. I give him that. That's why I'm defending him, because I give him that. Like I said, I am only 24 years old, but my mindset is, going back to James Harden, is so much different than what he is. And I don't make that much money. I'm not a professional athlete. I am not in the public eye. Getting there, but I'm not there yet. We're not there yet. But at least I'm acting a little bit more mature than he am, because my mindset's different.
And you're getting to something that we can pretty much almost put this to bed after we talk about this. We just talked about these NFL players who came from nothing. and they get into the league and they make all this money, and then they want to act the ass.
Exactly.
They want to show out. You know, they're saying things they don't need to be said. They're all over social media acting crazy.
I'm being honest with you. If you and I was making that money, you know, I was playing on the same team, I am never going to say that I cannot stand
Well, you wouldn't have to, because I don't act like that.
No.
But that's what I'm saying. So it comes down to your upbringing. So if you had a good upbringing, there's a lot of players in all sports who had good, solid upbringings, and they come into the league, and we just talked about Jerry Rice. You've never heard anything about Jerry Rice.
I love Jerry Rice.
He came to work, did what he was supposed to do at a high level.
When he didn't get the ball.
Yeah, at a high level, he did what he had to do, and then, you know.
I just don't like athletes that I don't get the ball. I am not getting my points. It's more about stats.
But I'm going to give you this.
It's a lot more than just stats. Because like I said, if I'm playing on the team, I want rings. I don't care if I ever see a point. I don't care if I score. I am an unselfish person, which means is if I'm playing a sport, I want my teammates to shine. I'm not there to shine. I'm there to be that guy that flavors the ball. But yeah, can I be aggressive? Yeah. Hell yeah, I could definitely be aggressive depending on what sport that we're playing. And basketball, I'm not a driver. I'm not a shooter. I'm more of a defense, get the rebound, coming after you guy. Where I see my shooters, I might act like I'm going to the rack to open up my shooters. Pass. Pass. That's just me. I'm assist after assist. Like I might score maybe 5 to like 10 points. That was just me. But just going off for what you said, you're not like that. So if you and I was on the same basketball team, I'm throwing alley oops all day to you because you can go up and get that.
And this is the beautiful thing about LeBron is you have to bring teams together.
Exactly.
So again,
be a leader, not a
a
follower.
And this is my point. I'm glad you said that. Why? So when you're in any type of teamwork, whether it's sports, the workplace, church, anything, where it's like a group of people, life in general, a group of people, you would be remiss not to bring everybody together, have them all on the same accord, vibing with each other. That's why you saw LeBron and the Lakers going out playing flag football with each other, that brotherhood.
I love
so
that.
when they get out on the court, you know, they're just familiar with each other versus the same thing where we talk about these people who come into the locker rooms and Kyrie Irving in Boston. You come into the locker room, yes, you're great. We know you're great. You're the great Kyrie Irving. You hit all those game winners and you got a ring, but you come into this organization and you just tear everybody apart. Nobody wants to play with you because you're acting this way, you're acting that way. That's why I love LeBron James. I love even, you know what, with Kobe Bryant, you can also lead by example too.
They did. Like I said, the reason why I like Kobe Bryant and like LeBron James, people's like, well, LeBron James, no. Hold your horses. They kind of redeemed themselves in the game because they got their mentally capability back.
Yeah.
And they was like, we're a family, we're brothers.
Yeah.
We're gonna lose the team. We're gonna win as a team.
Yep.
And we're gonna win it. We're gonna win together as a team. We're gonna lose as a team.
Right.
None of this bull crap like, hey, I'm not getting my stats. Oh my God, I'm not getting the ball.
Or
I'm not getting paid enough.
That too. Or what they said LeBron James, and I don't agree with this, maybe a little bit, but they said LeBron James would blame other players when they would lose big games.
That was probably when he was younger.
Well, it was when he was in Cleveland, but I don't have enough help. So LeBron James has been a crybaby.
He had. That's what I'm saying. I'm not trying to be a one of these people. It's for everybody. That's what I'm saying. I'm not coming out of just one person. It's everybody right there. Now, Kyrie Irving, the thing with him, you come to a good young Nats team. I hope this guy is mentally sound.
It sounds like it. Looks like it.
I hope he is, because the fact is, if I'm the Nets and you start doing, I'm done with you. I am not doing this. They're on the rebuilding stage. They traded for these old players back in. They give them all these number 1 picks to Boston.
Yeah.
Now they're finally getting the legs under them that could make some noise in the next year to 2 years and a half. Irvin, don't mess that up, okay? Don't mess the foundation that GM in Brooklyn has built that team.
But I think this is what's going to help him is that Kevin Durant and him are close friends. And they've been friends for a while.
I think KD is going to keep him in line.
They're going to keep each other in line.
That too, but I think if Kyrie Irving starts getting into his little, oh my God, diva moment, I can see KD's like,
but they have to hold each other accountable because
he starts
KD
whining.
does,
If he starts whining,
does the same
Kyrie
thing.
has to, what did you tell
hold
me?
each other accountable.
I just hope they do because of I like just like I'm a Pelicans fan. I like watching other talent around the league. I like the Nats. They're going to be a force to be reckoned with. The 76ers, oh my God, they made Kemba Walker look like a freaking amateur the other night in Philly.
Yeah.
That's the team to watch, especially
Philly's going to be good.
They're going to be dangerous. And like I said, there's a lot of sleeper teams that they're like the Jazz, like my team. I think the Jazz, if they can establish a defensive perimeter and get scoring from Donovan and maybe Ruby come on and get a little bit more scoring, just a little bit more. Maybe get Conley to come on and start going off. I can go for 1 for 10. 1 for 10 after me and the dude on Twitter kind of got into it when it comes to Conley, how he was so overrated. But the guy, you start your first game in Utah and you go 1 for 10.
Yeah,
it won't be bad if you went at least 5 for 10. 3 for 11. That's not as bad, but you only made 1 stinking shot on 9 shots. Come on.
I want to touch on the Sixers real quick.
Go ahead.
My vote is out on the Sixers until I see them play a West Coast team and really put some work in. The East Coast is a cakewalk. They got the Celtics, Toronto.
I don't think that. Sorry for the Canadian fans and Boston fans. Celtics and Raptors is not going to be there, just because of the way that the 76ers proved to you and Philly that they exposed the Boston Celtics. Every team's going to watch that film and see how they played Kemba and the Celtics, and the team's going to adapt to that.
They have to.
That's what I'm saying. Is it was a weakness shown there.
Yeah.
And they ain't going nowhere. The Raptors, on the other hand, it depends. They could squeak in, but it depends on they don't have a superstar unless if Siakam.
Yeah. And he put up big numbers.
I was salty. I was screaming at the TV time that guy scored. I'm like, come on, you can't stop his ass.
And rebounds too. He was grabbing a lot of boards.
I give him credit. Like I said, I am not taking credit from him. Siakam is going to be nice.
Yeah.
He got his money.
Yeah.
Now he's performing. Let's see if he continued that up. But I don't see the Raptors being there. Kyle Lowry, he had a poor shooting night in the first game, but he still was getting to the line. I'm like, how much are you gonna foul this guy? Stop fouling him. Because you give them the line. The guy can hit the line. But like you said off the 76ers, I get what you're saying. I think they're going to handle a lot of those West Coast teams. I can tell you that. Now, possibly depends on the Clippers. I think the Clippers could definitely make a run for them. But I feel if the 76ers can stay healthy, especially with Al Horford, Joe Embiid, and Ben Simmons, and the rest of the pieces. The Clippers. I'm sorry, they're going to beat you defensively. I think because they saw the Boston's weakness, but Boston's not all that good team either. That's just my opinion. But they exposed the weakness. Every team has a weakness. It's about can you find it. So I feel that the Clippers have a weakness. It's up to the opposing teams to find it and execute it right. But with Doc Rivers in that, I'm gonna say again, Bill Belichick's mind right there, because that's what he reminds me of. Mm-hmm. You really got to do something to beat him. You're not going to beat him that easy. And they proved it on game 1, regardless if it was against the Lakers, regardless if it was against another stacked team. They proved it, and they showed it.
Okay. That's some good stuff, some good NBA talk. So let's put out some predictions for the MVP this year.
Yes, I really was trying to get into that too.
Yeah, so...
Who do you got, RM? Honestly, I know we got so much good talent in this league, man.
Yeah, I mean, if you asked me before I saw a few of these games, I would say LeBron James because I'm almost still leaning towards him because it's just one game.
Biased.
Yeah, I am. I definitely am.
I'm just messing with you.
So, I'll do outside the Lakers. No Lakers, so you can't say I'm biased. Kawhi Leonard. This is why I won't. This is... Okay, Kawhi Leonard, he can score. Mm-hmm. he doesn't put up great rebounding numbers.
No, I was about to touch on that. He really doesn't.
And his assists. So I didn't know this, but today
he had 6 assists. I think first game 7 assists.
So the second game he had 9, and they said that's his career high in assists.
He needs now. He's going to.
He can score, and he's a good on the ball defender.
I think he's going to go ahead and get that system because now he knows what he got around him. Especially when Paul George gets back. I think another guy that's injured, another guard injured. When they get those two guys, oh my gosh, you want to talk about something? That's a super. Oh my. Like, it's just, I love the, it's just, I keep going back to the depth. It's the depth, man. Again, I'm not trying to be biased. I'm trying to to stretch it on everybody. But the Pelicans, they have depth too. But I'm going to be honest, Clippers have more of a depth than the Pelicans do right now. But the Pelicans are in the talk of getting that depth.
Okay.
I think once Zion comes back, it would be this. Okay, let's talk about MVP. I think, honestly, for me, I think I'm going to choose between Westbrook. I think he can win another one.
Okay.
And what else? What's the other guy's name? I think Donovan Mitchell is going to, if he...
Okay, I'm listening to you.
If he puts up numbers, I think he's a sleeper. I feel he's a sleeper. Guys, whoever's listening, you tell me who's your sleeper, because I feel Donovan Mitchell, he has proven that he's really could be that good.
Yeah, he could score.
Yes.
So I'm gonna say this outside of saying AD or LeBron as my MVP picks. Westbrook is interesting.
Yeah, but you can't doubt me for that one because he's a proven player. Yes.
The only reason I don't think it's going to be Westbrook is because I think James Harden is just going to do James Harden. James Harden is going to do James Harden stuff.
You guys see my face right now. I think if you come,
he's going to take the majority of the shots. I just see that happening. Westbrook had.
I just like Westbrook's play, but because he's a locomotive that's coming down the court, and I like the way I like action, baby. That's why I'm watching NBA more this year, because you got a lot of. I'm not ball movement. I don't like that shit. That's bullshit. Give me ball movement. Give me that drive.
Right.
Give me that assist. Give me that alley-oop.
Good gameplay.
That's
what
I want.
Right.
That's why a lot of NBA. That's why the NBA league could go higher revenue-wise if they show these young fans like myself and even younger than me that they can have action, because our attention span is short. Again, I never got into basketball in the NBA, actually watching it on TV until the show, because of it was boring to me, because all you do is shoot. I like I said, I want that ball movement.
Okay, but to your point, I think another thing that will help the NBA out is what they have now, and that's duos. So when it was stacked, or you knew who was going to win the championship.
Yeah, I hate that. That's why I'm so interested
Golden State. It was Golden State, Cleveland. Golden State, Cleveland.
Yes.
They kept showing it and
kept showing it.
But now I think that they have the duos out. It makes the teams more
competitive.
It's more competitive.
That's why I'm so hyped. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just hyped this episode.
I understand that. It's the competition, but then it's when you have two teams that are evenly matched, it comes down to the coaching. So it's not just like I got better players on the floor, so we're just going to kill you.
It's like the game of chess.
It is. That's why I love that.
I love this because this show, again, like I told you guys, I have not got into the NBA. Like, I have followed basketball on 2K. That's how I learned the game, is playing 2K and learning the game and the rules, and playing it in middle school for 3 years. So that's how I learned it. But I never got into the NBA back then because it was boring. It's like, you know who's going to win. Now knowing that the Royals kind of crapped the bed the other night and know that they don't have that kind of depth like they used to, and they got Klay Thompson that might not come back this year, but he's coming back. I feel he's coming back. He's coming back, and stuff like that. You don't know who's going to win there. You think everybody say, it's going to be the Clippers. Everybody's saying the Clippers, but then you got the 76ers that defensively could do stuff with defense, win you championships. Then you got Boston might be in the mix. I'm not. They're not going nowhere. Then you got the Pelicans that might be a sleeper. Then you got the Utah Jazz, the Mavericks, the Hawks. Oh my God! The list keeps going on.
It's a lot of teams. But that's what I'm saying. And I started by saying, and I still believe wholeheartedly that the Lakers can beat the Clippers. They're deeper. They play better defense. They have better coaching.
To that.
But when it comes down to
Frank Vogel.
That's what I'm saying. you have length and size that nobody else in the league has outside of maybe the Sixers, because they got big men.
Big pieces. They're bigger.
Use that to your advantage.
Exactly. And look with the Clippers. The Clippers are small.
They're small.
And That's what I'm saying, especially the best piece, like Patrick Beverley. Remember that name.
I've been known him.
He's going to be...
He's serious.
He's going to be my defensive player of the year, just because of he knows how to communicate on the floor. He's not going to score you probably no more than 8 to 12 points.
Yeah, but he's going to be up in your shit the whole game.
He's going to be up in your face.
Right.
And I like the way that he was up in LeBron's face. LeBron giving him that little chicken wing in that first game. That was hilarious. I started bagging out.
Yeah.
But like I said, my MVP would be between Russell Westbrook and Donovan Mitchell. My rookie of the year is either going to be between, again, I'm going to be a little biased because I'm going to admit that I'm going to be a little biased.
I'm probably going to agree with you.
But Zion Williamson, he comes back and he stays healthy. He's after 6-8 weeks, if he doesn't get hurt the rest of the season, yes.
But I think Morant might slide in there too.
Yes, John Morant. I think John Morant, Zion Williamson, I think if Cam Reddish, these 3 Duke players, if Cam Reddish can live up to his potential, maybe RJ Barrett, all 4 of them, the jury's out on RJ and Cam. I think that's my sleepers with those 2 right there. I think they can make the run for Rookie of the Year and take Kenny from a baby.
They probably will.
From Zion and Morant. They're the 2 number 1 back-to-back 1 and 2 picks right there. So everybody's going to be high on them. Right. I like Morant. I like his style of play with 6 turnovers in the first game, 14 points, 6 turnovers. That has to be cleaned up.
Yeah,
because if that doesn't clean up, then in my opinion, you're not a rookie.
You're losing value.
Exactly. Yeah. You're not a Rookie of the Year. Yeah. I feel that Zion Williamson will win it just because of the guy's physical. Even though he's getting some of his meniscus removed, that's going to be issue is, can he, with some of that part missing, can he still jump? Absolutely. I don't think this injury is going to handicap him for his whole career.
It probably won't.
I don't think he's going to be another Greg Oden. I pray that he's not going to be. I know the Pelicans fans is like, oh, what did you say?
Yeah.
Like, I just hope that he doesn't.
Like one injury doesn't like cripple him to the point where he's not reaching his potential.
Like Greg
Oden. He's probably the biggest bust in NBA history.
I don't see Zion doing that. And as a Pelicans fan, I wish Zion nothing but the best, get healthy, and then get him back there because we're deep right now. Let's tread water until he comes back. We're gonna be in the playoff mix. I have no doubt about it. But like I said, with those guys right there, that's my rookie of the year. Now, my other picks for was MVP, offensive rookie,
defensive player of the year.
Defense, I know I said Beverly, but I still think Al Horford and Joe Embiid, if they can stay healthy and stay on the court, they're going to be in the talk right there.
And Gobert, because I think he won the last 2 years he's been it. So they probably have.
If they all stay healthy, because Rudy has some injuries in the past. Yes.
Yeah, but I like Anthony Davis too. Anthony Davis made a claim. He said him and LeBron. He said it first, and then he probably spoke for LeBron by saying they should strive to be defensive players of the year. If anything, just make first team all defense.
Who gives a That's what I'm saying.
But that's what I'm saying. When you push each other for the defense, I don't know if you remember this one play. They kept showing it. It was LeBron James wasn't closing out on a three-point shooter, and Kyle Kuzma had to push him out to the three-point line to play defense. So that's what LeBron wasn't committed to defense last year. So now that Anthony Davis is there, he's trying to get behind LeBron. Like, look, if you play good defense, that's going to better our chances of winning this ring. So that's what we need, LeBron to just do his thing. Yeah. But we're at 52 minutes, and this was an NBA action-packed episode.
And I enjoyed it, guys. I said, I want you guys' comments. I want you guys' opinion. I put James Harden on blast. Now I want you to light me up. Okay. Light me up for this.
Right.
Light me up for prove me wrong. Light me up, because my opinion, I'm right. So I'm putting it out there, guys. Light my butt up. You can find me on Twitter at AaronSwarm03.
And the 1RM. So this has been episode 11.
It was a great action-packed.
Yes, and we will catch you on episode 12.
Also, I do want to say one more thing, guys. I just want to say out there to Rhino Shield, one of the best phone cases for your iPhone and Android, protection proof. I dropped mine a couple times. Still whole, so I can give them a shout out because of they're the best phone cases in my opinion. So you can go ahead and check them out on Twitter, on Facebook, www.rhinoshield.com.
There it is. Until next time.
Peace out.